Hi everyone, this is a quick video to explain how we can do a calculation for the drain system. For example, let's say we have a camp and we want to design a drain system for this camp, either open canals or the closed pipe or burst pipe. I have this a simple example here. Let's say we have three areas, or let's say we divided our camp in three areas based in the basin or the water shield. So we can say the first area it is 2000 meters square, the second area 5000 meters square, the third area 7000 meters square. The first area will discharge or drain the water to the main pipe linked between manhole 1 and manhole 2. The second area will discharge the water to the second pipe linked between manhole 2 and manhole 3. The third area will do the same and discharge the water to the pipe number 3 linked between manhole 3 and manhole 4. If you can notice, the area number 2 or the pipe number 2 will absorb its water and the water coming from area 1, and area 3 or the pipe number 3 will absorb the water coming from area 2 and area 1 at these sequences. Now how we can do a manual calculation for this? It is I do it before. I will go through what I did before quickly. Now if you can notice the start point, manhole number 1. Okay, this is manhole number 1, the start point. The end point, it is manhole number 2. The length of this pipe, the length linked between manhole 1 and manhole 2, it's about 50 meters. Let's say it is okay. The start point, manhole number 1. The end point is manhole number 2. The pipe name, I just give the pipe name. In the plan, we need to be very specific about what pipe we are talking about. If it is complicated or there is a lot of pipes, then it is preferable to give the pipes on the plan a specific name to be easily to find and get the information from the plan. So now I give it a plan. It is a pipe linked between manhole 1 and manhole 2. The length of this pipe is about 50 meter. Accumulative link, as I explained before, each area will discharge or drain the water to the next area. So we need for the total length of the pipe. No, we need, of course, the elevation. In the sewage system, you cannot work without the elevation because the system working by the gravity. So the slope or the elevation is very important. The start elevation, the first manhole, the elevation for the first manhole, I supposed it is 500. Manhole 2 elevation, it is 499. Now the area here should be by hectare based on the equation that I'm using. It is taking the area by hectare, and the hectare it is 10,000 meters square. So the first area, as I said, it is 2000. 2000 want to convert to hectare. I will just divide by 10,000. You will see it is 0.2. Back to the sheet. Okay, the first area it is 0.2, the second area, the third area. Now I need to, as I said, each area will discharge its water to the next area. So I called the first area in and the coming water from the other area out. So if you look, this is area, what is coming to it? Nothing, zero. Out of this area, nothing discharge water to this area because it is the first area. While if you look to the second area, you will see it is discharging its water and the water coming from out, coming from area 1. So you will see it is area n, it is its area, and the out it is 0.2 from the previous area, and the same for the third area. The third area it is discharged its water, and the water coming from area 1 and area 2. Area 1 and area 2 it is 0.7, the total area. Here I just added the total area because the total area now will help me to calculate the dray flow. The dray flow it is per liter per second per hectare. Liter per second per hectare. What is the equation? I can dry how many wastewater each person living in this area will produce. Let's say it starts from the consumption water. We can take it from the standards based on the location you are working in. Let's say in the Syria context now, before it was between 100,000, 150 to 250, but in the context now in northwest Syria, it is maximum 50, maximum 50. But I will suppose it is 200. Maybe in the future the situation may be changed. So to be on safe side and design on the maximum, I will say okay, the water consumption rate, it is 200 liter per person per day. The density of population, let's say 1,000 person per hectare. Each hectare have 1,000. This is the density. Okay, based on the density and the consumption rate, we can calculate how many wastewater produced per person per day. The equation like this. The equation will be the consumption water multiply the density of population multiply 0.8. Why 0.8? Because we are assume 80% of the provided water will goes through the sewage network or the sewer pipes, and the person will just consume 20% of the provided water. Then I convert to second, because this is 200, it is per day, and to convert from day to second you need to divide on 24 hours, multiply 60 minutes, multiply 60 seconds. Now we have it, and it is a constant parameter. Now you will see it is 1.83. It is the same for all area because it depends on the density. Now we need to calculate from each area. Now each area, the dry water from the first area, it just multiply the area, multiply the dry flow. You will get the flow from this area. As you can see, it is another meaning. Each pipe, what the water or the dry water, the pipe will carry on. The first pipe will carry the wastewater from the people living in area 1. The second pipe will carry the wastewater coming, that will dry the wastewater coming from the people living in area 1 and area 2. The third pipe will carry the wastewater coming from the people living in area 1, 2, and 3. For that, I took the total, if you noticed. I just multiply the total area with the dry flow figure. Now we need to take in our consideration the people living in that area not discharging their wastewater in one time at the same time. It is changing during the day. So we take in our consideration something we call it irregularity factor. This to take in our consideration that the flow in the pipe, it is not something regular all the day. It is changing per time. So we take this equation. I think the equation here, this is factor is irregularity factor. This you will see it is 1 plus 2.5 divided by the Q average. This is the Q average. This the Q average. Q average. If you just put this formula in this sheet and you can copy it, now you can get the total dry. It is just multiply Q average, multiply the factor, you will get the dry water. There is other something we call it unknown water. Unknown water, sometimes your pipe maybe get water from the other sources, like there is a linkage in the pipe and there is groundwater maybe find their way to your pipe, and we assume this about 30% of the average Q average. It's about 30% of the Q average.